Hi, I'm Damon, CEO, founder of British Design Fund, and I'm joined today by Hazel and Amber from Peequal. Lovely to see you both. So to sort of kick off, do you both want to tell us a little bit about yourselves?
Yeah, sure. So hello, everyone. My name's Hazel, and I make up one half of the Peequal team. Amber and I met 5 years ago at Bristol University. So I was studying physics with innovation and Amber anthropology with innovation. I was doing a lot of work within particle physics, but realized my true kind of heart and passion lied more in the real world, within kind of real world problems. So I was studying a lot of human-centered design. A bit about my professional work. I have experience in startups within femtech and hydroponics as well.
Yeah. And hi everyone, I'm the other half of the Peequal team, and I studied anthropology with innovation, like Hazel mentioned, and that sort of looked at sort of the human behaviors behind culture, sort of how we've evolved, how things have developed, and why we now live as we do. That's really interesting stuff, and applied that into the innovation part of our degree, and that sort of worked really nicely when we sort of tackled the master's project of a real world problem. And sort of Hazel and I instantly knew sort of what we wanted to do, and sort of Hazel pitched this idea of sort of tackling the female toilet queue and sort of female taboo. So as soon as we started researching that, Peequal was born, and we had that passion for it and drive to sort of see it actually become a reality.
Oh, so this the eureka moment was part of a master's. It was part of your kind of thesis, was it?
Yes,
that's great. So you're bringing your all of your academic strengths into the real world and into the commercial market. That's great. So do you want to tell us? So look, so how did you kind of spot the opportunity? I guess, and I get it was like a part of a research project initially, but where like was there a moment where it's like a eureka moment when the penny dropped? You thought, wait a minute, what's going on? We need to look at this.
Yeah, there was definitely a build up. So we'd spend our university summers working at festivals, myself within sustainability and catering, and Amber within welfare. And the toilet queues are bad, like really bad. They're kind of female toilet queues are everywhere, but at festivals they're sometimes 30 minutes long. So I think I was in my lunch break and I had to choose between getting food or going to the loo. So I think I only had 10 or 20 minutes, and there just wasn't enough time for both. So I think it was playing around in both of our minds. And then for when our university degree asked us to solve a real world problem, Amber and I knew straight away what to do. I was really interested in building this product, but also the taboo around it. Like, why had there been no innovation in this space before? Because it's a problem that affects everyone, whether you're standing in the queue or waiting for someone in it. Like, it's a daily bodily function that no innovation had kind of been around for centuries.
There are some product categories that people just don't talk about, interesting. Okay, so you able to say a little bit of how did you sort of transition from that kind of research stage into setting up Peequal? What was that like?
Yeah, I think we sort of, in that degree, we sort of realized that it had really large potential and it had legs to sort of develop very quickly, just from the feedback that we got from the women that we were speaking to, as well as sort of the festival organizers that we were reaching out to for sort of actual input into the design that we were creating. And so it was validated that this actually had potential. So yeah, that sort of spurred it on. And we also applied it to innovation, like awards, competitions, and we had won, like, I think we won a grand's worth of money, which sort of was like a huge deal at that point in our sort of stage. It like validated us. And
yeah, for sure, it's validation.
That support. Yeah, it was I think that was the moment we were like, let's just get our degrees done so we can actually put all our time towards Peequal. I think that was
very good. So kind of, I know it's been only a short journey so far, but what would you say are some of the sort of biggest challenges that you faced?
I think one of the biggest challenges that sort of wraps quite a lot of other bits underneath it is raising investment, because when we first started, it was definitely, we were in uni, obviously, so it wasn't like we were relying on it to pay our rent and things like that. But as soon as we graduated, we had to sort of quickly think, how are we going to pay our rent? How are we going to stay afloat? So along with that, you have to learn a whole new different language of investors. And as two people who had backgrounds not in sort of like finance, things like that, you learn the way of investing, sort of, and you sort of fumble through it, but we also fortunate enough to have accelerators that were helping us along, and sort of we were getting into this world of finance and investors and equity and different routes you could go down, different funding routes. So it took a lot of learning actually in the beginning, and then there's also a lot of rejection in it actually, sort of like constantly reaching out and getting your high hopes and then dashing them, and you have to handle a lot of rejection, be resilient.
Get used to that feeling. Get used to that feeling. You'll have it for the next 5 years, but don't worry about it. It's all part of the journey.
Yeah, I think we're definitely a bit more pro at it now, but I
No,
think.
but tell you what though, but I mean, one of the comments that I know we gave you after kind of going through the due diligence process, we were really, I can say quite honestly, you were one of, what I'd say from a commercial point of view, like the way you'd built up your commercial models, your forecasting, your assumptions was really grounded in reality. It was like, you know, and the thing is, we see huge amounts of these, and we see some complex models that people have inherited from various places. But yours was honestly, when we sat down and reviewed it, me and the analyst here, we looked and said it's very well thought through. You know, you had it was really hard for us to pick which bits were missing, you know, and when we did the review with you, most of it was covered. It was really good. So you learned fast. It was really, we were really impressed by that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so and then look, to finish off, do you want to share a little bit? What can we expect to see from Peequal then in the next 12 months? Do you think?
Well, yeah, 12 months. We've raised the investment. Now it's time to actually enact our mission. So we can share that manufacturing has hit go for us down in Somerset. We have big plans for summer 2022. We've got interest for some massive festivals. We're also recruiting a team to go around this, including marketing people, logistics people. We're also recruiting a team of volunteers to enact our mission at the festivals. Have I missed anything off, Amber?
No, just sort of building brands and sort of, just kicking it all going. Yeah, press the button.
It's the exciting part. It's the exciting part of the journey. There'll be loads of learning, and you know, we'll give you all the support that we can as well. But it's that you're off to a fantastic start, and we're very excited to be part of the journey with you.
Very exciting.
Great. Well, look, I'm sure you're very busy. I will let you go. Thank you very much, both of you, for your time, and look forward to working with you this year.
Thank you, Damon.
Thanks.